Canada, present day. Logan is being chased by a Yautja warrior. He is severely injured, with barely any strength left to continue. He reaches a ravine with a river below, faced with the choice of confronting his hunter or jumping. Cut to Alaska in the 1900s. Wolverine is enjoying his beaver hunting in the woods. It's freezing cold, and he is naked hunting beavers in the water. He reflects that solitude has always been a comforting companion in the frozen wastelands. One day, a spaceship lands, and a Yautja warrior emerges. The dead body of another Yautja warrior is found by his kinsmen, filled with arrows. Logan arrives at a trading settlement and makes his way to the bar. A generous man starts buying Logan drinks, but before the man can reveal anything, two thugs try to rob Logan. What follows is Logan beating the living daylights out of the thugs, wondering if they were the ones that wanted to be punished. Afterward, the man tells Logan that his son is missing and he needs Logan's help. Meanwhile, the Yautja warrior is collecting more trophies from the local fauna for his collection until he spots a nearby settlement. Logan helps the man search for his lost son, possibly because he has his own unresolved daddy issues. They stop when something feels wrong. The horses are scared and flee. They stumble upon a gruesome scene, dead bodies hanging from the trees, humans and animals alike, some decapitated, all skinned. Logan recognizes the people. They were the only ones he liked, and now they are dead. He mistakenly believes the kidnappers are responsible for the horror that befell his loved ones. Enraged, he goes to the kidnappers' hideout and starts interrogating the thugs in the nicest way possible. Suddenly, Logan is shot in the back by the man. As Logan lies on the ground and all the thugs are dead, the man explains it was all about a heist and that he was there to collect his share. But before he can leave with the loot, his head disappears under a beam of light from the Yautja warrior. Logan's healing factor kicks in, and he jumps on the Yautja, managing to wound him. Before Logan can be impaled by a spear, his claws break, and he flees while the Yautja remains to heal his wounds. Logan knows the Yautja won't give up on him, so he lures the Yautja to a bear cave, hoping the bear will take care of the predator. Logan manages to escape, but not long after, the predator emerges from the cave with the bear's head in his grip. Cut to South America many years ago. Logan remembers his Team X days, when he was less of a mutant and more like an arsenal. They are on a mission to take out a guerrilla group in the jungle. As they prepare to assault the compound, they discover only bodies hanging upside down and skinned. Logan remembers the encounter he had under similar circumstances. They are ambushed, not by one but several Yautja warriors. Logan and his team promptly attack the enemy. Canada, present day. We return to the present, where Wolverine is in a tight spot. He's clinging to life by a thread, and a final attack from the Yautja forces him to jump off the cliff into the cold water below. As Logan sinks into the river, the Yautja is already close behind him. Back to South America. The fight between Team X and the Yautja continues. They are a team specialized in dirty deeds, but fighting 5 predators requires maximum effort. Sabretooth is the first to fall, but not without taking his killer with him. Jackson follows, with a clean decapitation via sharp wire. She never saw it coming. A bomb detonates, injuring both Logan and Maverick. Maverick manages to shoot one in the face just before they got impaled. Logan carries Maverick to some ruins, where they find the remaining guerrilla soldiers hiding. An unlikely alliance is formed out of survival instinct, uniting the rest of Team X and the soldiers to fight the Yautja. As the Yautja assault the ruins, Logan leaves something of his own for them to find. It explodes with the Yautja inside, and they escape with Professor Thornton waiting for them. But the fiery explosion is not enough to kill the space warriors. Years later in Alberta, Canada, at the Weapon X facility, 2 soldiers are guarding the door. One gets knocked out, and the other has his face melted after his throat is sliced. The Yautja warrior annihilates everything and everyone in his path until he reaches Logan, who lies unconscious. Back to Canada, present day. An injured and trapped Wolverine lies at the bottom of the river. He notices something unique about the nature of hunting itself, something the Yautja, due to their advanced technology, have not forgotten but is gradually fading from memory due to the comfort of their tools. Logan manages to escape, back to the Weapon X facility. Wolverine starts being dissected by the Yautja, who discovers his adamantium skeleton. Logan manages to pierce his enemy with his claws, only to have his face melted soon after. It is clear the Predator is motivated by vengeance. The Yautja, unable to remove Logan's head, takes him back to his ship, placing his body near the trophies. Leaving the presumed dead Wolverine behind, the Yautja warrior mends his wounds. The facility intrusion does not go unnoticed by the government, and two fighters promptly attack the Yautja ship. Destroying one, the other pursues the Yautja ship, which is climbing in altitude. Meanwhile, an adamantium-skulled Wolverine regains consciousness and goes on a berserker rage that rips through the hull of the ship, exposing Logan to near-space conditions. He falls toward Earth, where he crashes into the ground, leaving only his adamantium skeleton exposed due to burns from re-entry. He is retrieved by Professor Thornton, but Logan wasn't the only thing that fell from the sky. 1 week ago, Wolverine is setting up a trap for the Predator. He relies on a Yautja helmet to lure the vengeful warrior to his doom. He wants to face him on his own terms. Japan, in the past. Wolverine recalls the moments when he almost felt something akin to peace. Under the teachings of the mad swordsman Muramasa, Logan endured training under Muramasa, comparing his master's proficiency to the legendary sword-making skills of ancient eras soon to be forgotten. Muramasa sees potential in Logan. The Yautja attacks again. Present-day Canada. Wolverine is waiting for the Yautja warrior. His patience is rewarded after a week of waiting. The Yautja comes, but it's different this time. Wolverine has the advantage of surprise, but not for long. He is hit by an energy blast from the Predator, wounding Logan severely. Back to Muramasa's estate in Japan. Muramasa watches while Logan fights the Predator and reminds him that this is his fight, and his fight alone. He advises Logan not to use his claws or tap into his anger if he wants better odds of winning. Westchester, New York, in the past. Wolverine is patrolling outside Professor X's mansion. When he returns, he finds Charles waiting for him, wondering why he was patrolling, when 3 laser dots appear on Professor X before an explosion occurs. Logan asks Colossus to make sure Professor Xavier is okay while he checks on the kids upstairs. While rescuing Kitty, Logan is hit and falls to the ground. But before the Yautja can skewer Logan, Nightcrawler manages to teleport them to safety, where Wolverine tells everyone to stay away from him. Logan hears a cry for help and finds Rogue held by the Yautja. He lets himself be captured to spare any lives at the school and is taken to the ship once more. But the joke's on the Yautja, because that wasn't Wolverine they captured, and they manage to overpower the Yautja before he cloaks and escapes to safety. Back to Canada, where Logan is still being hunted. Logan goes full Arnold, and a fierce battle between the two ensues. Logan lands the first attack, managing to elude the Predator's senses. They fight with daggers and claws, exchanging blows on both sides. The Yautja initiates the self-destruct sequence so that Logan will share his fate, bound as enemies in life and death. After recuperating and being the last one standing, Logan mourns in his own way for the opponent who gave him the will to fight. He is safe now, but safe is not something that comforts him.